now we've got to get through. Well, we're not in Cambodia yet, but we need to get to the Cambodia border, get our passport stamped there, get our visas, and then we're in Cambodia.
So this road is just nowhere between.
It's kind of like a nomad's land. So yeah. Time to go back to the bus. It's pretty straightforward. Now we've just got a 3-hour drive to Siem
Reap. We made it!
We're in Siem Reap. That was probably the easiest transfer we've ever done.
That was
hands
so
down.
good.
Everything was organised.
We didn't have to do anything.
Literally felt like VIPs, yeah. So, super easy.
It's only a 5-minute walk from the bus stop to our hostel.
Yeah. So that's the next thing. And then...
go and have a look at Beer Street.
Exactly.
Or country. So modern and fancy.
Yeah, it's super modern. A lot of Western places to get food here. But it's really
empty.
quiet. I think maybe we're quite early. This is obviously a food place, but surprisingly a food place I would have thought would be busy.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's
Maybe
like food
I wonder
market.
if there's like a few markets and stuff around. I wonder if that's busier or...
Yeah, potentially. What a weird announcement that was. Someone can translate that, that'd be great. So we just popped into the night market, quite a good one actually, and I've purchased a wallet.
It's really cool.
Made out of recycled, well it says here, made in the Cambodian Women's Crisis Centre.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's quite a nice touch.
Yeah, see, it's cool.
It's cool.
I like it.
It's nice.
Now we're finally going to go to Pub Street and get a beer.
Yeah, baby. First beer in Cambodia.
It is about 4 in the morning and we are on our way to do a sunrise tour of the temples all around Angkor Wat in Siem Reap. So we've got a tuk-tuk coming to pick us up in about 3 minutes and he's going to drive us around basically all day. I think we're going to go to like 5 or 6 temples. Yeah.
Be a good few hours. I'm looking forward to it. So, the price of the tuk-tuk is $18 a day.
Yeah, we haven't picking us up, dropping us off every single temple that we go to.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to actually buy the ticket for the temple separately by yourself online. I think we paid $37 each because they do everything in dollars here, or Siem Reap, but Cambodian real, sorry. But US dollar seems to be the most universally used currency, right?
Excited to see the sunrise.
Excited to see the sunrise though.
I think this is the earliest we've gotten up for a tour so far.
Yeah. it's I think we've actually got up when it's this dark. So
When we got up in Vietnam to do that hike at 4:30, it was almost already light.
yeah, right.
We didn't get a sunrise because it was so misty. So we might actually get a sunrise.
Okay.
Got a torch.
Nice.
I
So
can't
we
see
are
anything right now.
walking into what is the first temple. This is Angkor Wat, right? The big one.
Yeah.
We can't see anything right now, it's so dark.
I can see people in front of us, so I don't want to just walk into them.
I do not want to trip over right now. But yeah, I can't see a
Maybe
thing.
we should stop.
Literally. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Welcome to Angkor Wat.
So I don't know, you probably can't even see us right now. That's because it's 5 in the morning. We've just got through. And yeah, it's still pitch black.
And there are no lights.
No lights at all. So top tip is to bring a torch at this time if you're doing the sunrise.
We'll just be standing over on that little corner because everyone is all standing
here for sunrise, and we were the only people there for like the last half an hour. But now I think we're going to walk around the other side of the temple and see if we can find a little quiet spot back there. Look at this! Look at that golden light on the temples. That's so cool! It's so peaceful around here. It's so nice. We've literally come round to a little section that there's no one else apart from me and James here. So I think those temples glowing super gold like that must be quite rare, because even though all the security guards have been taking pictures of it, it looks absolutely like beautiful. One of the security guards just came up to me and she was showing me pictures on her phone that she's just took of it, and like it just looks so cool. So this temple is called Angkor Wat, and it is the biggest temple in all of the temple complexes around here that we're going to see today. It's absolutely huge. And a little fun fact, Angkor actually means city and Wat means temple, so it actually means city temple. And to be honest, you can understand why it's called that, because it is literally like a city here. There's so many different temples, all for different things. Angkor Wat was originally commissioned by the king of the Khmer Empire. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not. Back in like the mid 12th century.
And it wasn't actually until the French rediscovered it in the 1800s that anyone took any notice of it, really. It's been kind of left derelict for many years before that, and there's some, I think, pictures before where quite a lot of it's been overgrown and stuff, and obviously now it's a World Heritage Site, it's been taken care of a bit more, but
yeah. So it's never actually been used as a city or temple since the Khmer Empire. It's purely just been for tourism and things, but yeah, it's really cool.
It's so cool.
We're still like in a super quiet area.
I
don't know how like everyone's just disappeared. I think that it might have just opened. The temple itself doesn't actually open until 6 a.m.
I think people are walking
so
in now,
I think people are walking in now, so maybe we can actually come and have a walk up now. It's actually quite steep.
Yeah. You can see the real steps that were here underneath the actual wooden ones. But
yeah, they're like tiny steps underneath in stone. And there's obviously just put some wood.
Look, there's the inscriptions there. There's a
cool.
from there. So all of these carvings into the wall are scenes of stories from Hindu mythology. So well carved out and still well preserved. So unfortunately we can't actually go inside the temple today because it's currently Holy Day today.
But we can still see it from the outside, which is
still
just
very
as
beautiful.
nice. Been here for 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Yeah, we got here at like maybe 5.
Yeah, true.
And it's about 7:30 now. So we are heading to our next temple now. We're going to Bayon Temple, I think that's how you say it. It's the temple of all the faces, so we'll see what it's like.
Yeah.
Back on the tuk-tuk.
Back on the tuk-tuk.
Oh, that breeze is so loud.
So good. Our driver, so he's told us where we're going next, which you just said. But he's just said there's lots of monkeys here. So, and then he just started laughing. So I feel like he's like, oh, you're about to get attacked by monkeys. So this temple that we're at now was built in the 12th century, and it has over 200 faces on the towers, and no one knows why.
No, and it's like different depictions of the same face.
Some are still intact, some are a little bit worn off.
So what's really interesting about this temple is that it was actually constructed to suit all three different religions in the country at the time. So that was Hinduism, Buddhism and Islam. But it actually ended up going towards more of a Buddhism temple. When the country reverted back to Hinduism for a time, they actually destroyed all the Buddhas that were inside this temple. And I don't think that they ever rebuilt it, but we'll have a look and see if there are any. This is really cool. This feels so much like, it feels older, but it's actually newer than Angkor Wat.
Yeah, feels a little bit more worn compared to Angkor Wat.
Yeah.
Some of the carvings, definitely the faces on the top seem to have all
Kind of
fallen away or worn off.
But it looks so cool. I really like this.
I think the freedom they allow you to walk around here is probably something you don't get in any other heritage site or anything really.
This is crazy.
So nice.
We're literally in the middle of all of these.
It's interesting because everything's been pretty flat carvings at the moment. But this is the first time we've seen the roof
Being curved.
in a traditional style, right?
So this is what we were talking about. Every area of the temple is a different religion. We might be wrong, but we think that these are where the Buddha statues used to be.
Yeah, I think so.
Before they all got
Knocked apart.
monkeys walking along the roof. Is there a lot of them?
Yeah.
Oh wow, they look like the monkeys in Bali. There's so many of them. Really unfazed that we're here. It's actually quite nice. It's so different to the ones in Bali when they're like jumping up and grabbing stuff from you.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if you approach them, they might come towards you, but they're pretty.
They feel like they're just minding their own business, playing.
Yeah.
Maybe they live in those little trees over there. Back on the temple. I love coming back to this. It's so nice.
It's so nice because not only do you get your own driver, but you also get your own personal air conditioning. The breeze.
So
Look at this.
good. Made it to Keo Temple, which is literally in the middle of a jungle.
It's crazy. This is so cool. It's so peaceful already.
So peaceful and so much quieter
Yeah.
than like the last temple got really busy as we were leaving. So maybe we were like just ahead of the crowd.
Yeah, I think they're still managing to see everything. So Keo Temple was built a couple hundred years before Angkor Wat, and it's one of the biggest temples that was built during the Khmer Empire. But unusually the temple was never finished, and it was abandoned 25 years after construction.
Yeah, and no one knows why it was abandoned. It said that there was something about a lightning bolt that struck the temple, and that was seen as like really bad luck.
So they stopped construction completely and didn't carry on.
This is actually a Hindu temple, not a Buddhist temple like the others. And this is dedicated to Shiva, another one of the Hindu gods. So much harder to climb than it looks. The stairs are actually really tiny. Whoa.
Wow.
In the middle of the jungle.
Wow, you stand up here, God.
Worth it. So these inscriptions along all the walls as you walk in are supposedly what talks about the lightning strike in the temple. Go all the way to the top one.
Extremely narrow.
Just about fit your toes.
Literally, like, how would you have walked straight? You have to walk. I mean, I know their feet probably would have looked a lot smaller than mine, right?
Yeah, right.
But to think that my heel was basically all the way off. I'm tiptoeing this right now. Whew. We made it. Wow. You really get a perspective of how much jungle is around when you're on this high point up here. You really are buried in it, in this temple. It makes sense now how this can be a lost city almost. So we just had a little quick conversation with the security guard who was wandering around. So they did actually used to step sideways up and down.
He was saying how he's worked here for 21 years at this temple, and he said he has to climb up and down these steps every day. He said that he's knackered.
It's a free workout for him. Back on the tuk-tuk, we're on our way to see the Tomb Raider Temple. Nicole's on photo duty.
This one is further in the jungle. We thought we were in the jungle before.
This one.
Look at these. This is so nice. So this temple is really famous because they filmed the Tomb Raider film here with Angelina Jolie. So I think a lot of people are excited to see this because it's like
I think this
Hollywood.
one was Tomb Raider the Lost City.
Yes. I think they filmed like in quite a few temples around Angkor, but this is like the main big one where the tree grows out the side of the building. So
yeah.
Look at the way this tree is growing. This temple has a similar history to the other temples where it was originally a Buddhist temple, and when the Buddhist king died, it then got taken over by Hinduism in the country, so they changed the temple into a Hindu temple. They got rid of all of the like Buddha carvings on the walls, and then when the country went back to Buddhist, they then put all of the Buddhas on the wall again. So it's interesting how it can like change from different religions.
Yeah. So we just overheard one of the tour guides talking about how a lot of the Buddha statues, they're missing their heads. I thought it just fallen off, but it broke over time. Apparently 6 were returned last week from America.
Yeah.
So obviously maybe stolen over years. And yeah.
He said that they don't want to make replicas of the heads, they want to wait until the actual heads are returned. So I guess the heads have been stolen, put in museums and things like that around the world, and they're waiting for each actual head that belongs to like this Buddha, for example, to be put back, which is
so interesting.
Really interesting. All of these holes inside this temple are where they used to hide all their jewels. So they used to hide rubies, gold, diamonds, all in these little holes, and they would cover them up afterwards.
Wow.
And this chamber is a central chamber, and you can just see how many they had. It's crazy. That was so cool. That was like one of the
probably
coolest
the best
temples.
one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been to so far.
We've got one more temple. I'm not sure what temple it is.
I'm not
To
too
see
sure
when we
either,
get there.
actually. This is the last one on the list.
Yeah. We've been going for quite a few hours, so
Yeah. It's suddenly getting really hot now. The sun's come out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we
time to get up.
we did the sunrise, got up super early because it makes such a difference
Yeah,
with the
it
heat.
does.
But yeah,
Yeah.
one more temple to go.
Ooh. So people playing music, and you see them a lot around here, even in Pub Street and stuff. We've seen them sort of playing music and stuff. Those are victims of the landmines from the war.
Because there's a lot still. There's so many landmines still everywhere, especially in Cambodia and now that haven't been found. So
Yeah. So we are on our 5th and final temple.
We don't actually know anything about this one, so
I
we
don't
need
know.
to try and figure it out when we get there.
I think that's the plan. It seems like not many people are here,
Yeah.
whether we've already had the crowd or something, or people just sort of maybe abandon this last one and just go back to their hotels or wherever. So yeah, it's almost the heat of the day.
7 hours of temple.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's quite a lot of information overload and a lot of wandering around.
But it's so good though.
It is so good, yeah.
It's so cool.
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the ticket price.
So one of the temples we had monkeys, and this temple we've got bats. I don't know if we'll be able to see them, but we can hear them up there. And we can see the poop on the floor. Smells bad. This is such a nice view to end it on.
This is amazing.
Woo!
Look at that.
That's so cool.